So the research we are conducting today, it's a repeat sampling of floating microplastics to see, first of all, what is out there and then determine the origin of these plastics.
One of the functions today is not only the research project at looking at plastics and microplastics in the environment and perhaps shocking people as to just how much there is, but also to showcase some of the environmental work that ANSTO does more generally. So it's a good opportunity for us to engage with the community in which we live, to tell them a little bit about what we do and how we might be able to help them.
I'm expecting today to see some of the environmental projects that ANSTO is running in terms of plastics in the river and looking for a sustainable future and looking after our environment.
I think it's great that we've got the opportunity to come and listen today and learn a little bit more about what's going on in our waterways.
You know how litter behaves. You'll see the litter at the high water mark and you can pick it up. But you go down 2 meters into the sand and you will still have plastics, but it's invisible.
We find so much plastic washing up on our beaches and within the Port Hacking itself. So their work is essential to keeping our local area beautiful.
Certainly as a long-time user of the local beaches down here at Cronulla, it's a point of major concern to me, not just what it's doing to the wildlife, the fish and the birds and all the rest of it, but just in straight up pollution of where I like to go swimming.
Plastic first, if we just discard it, is litter, breaks down into visible bits and then finally into very small bits that we can just about see, and then microplastics is just what we can see, sort of a micrometer, and then below it is nanoplastics. Many birds mistake floating plastic as prey and then they swallow that. For example, shearwaters, we've had shearwaters up to 10% of their body weight. Humans, like shearwater birds, are top predators. So they eat other creatures that have eaten plastics. ANSTO's contribution is to look into what is the elemental signature in the plastics that we are retrieving. And the purpose of that research is to establish traceability of the material. Because if you can trace, you can manage.
I've always been aware of the pollution by plastic bottles, shopping trolleys, by many other things, but what I've learned today is that it's not just those large obstacles that are causing the damage, it's the chemicals that leach from them.
I knew of the environmental side of ANSTO, but what I've learned today is that the research they're doing is going to be invaluable for the environment of Australia and around the world.
The part they play in our community is integral to the life of the Shire, and we're looking forward to having them around for many, many years to come.
Today has made me even more motivated to deal with issues of plastic and other pollution. It's one thing to hear about it on the radio or to read about it in newspapers, but you get even more motivated when you have a hands-on day looking at what's happening.
We had one episode where I was talking about how the plastics enter the food chain, but we live in such a pristine environment, and then 10 dolphins jump out of the water, and it was so obvious we want to preserve the good quality of life that we have. It was a fantastic day today, absolutely.